title, The Mischief at the Royal Feast. The grand castle was buzzing with excitement as preparations for the royal feast were in full swing. Princess Sara was thrilled. So many guests, so much food, and so many opportunities for mischief. The queen had already warned her to behave, but we all know how well Sara listens. Sara peeks into the bustling dining hall, where servants are placing the final touches on the long, decorated table. Look at all those delicious desserts, Julio. Imagine the fun we could have if we just rearranged things a little. Julio, always eager to join in, chatters and claps his tiny hands in agreement. Sara, ever the prankster, had a plan. She quietly slipped into the hall, careful not to be seen by the busy servants. Julio followed close behind as they approached the table where the desserts were laid out. Whispering to Julio, "Let's swap the frosting on the cupcakes with the mashed potatoes. And those fruit tarts, let's add a little extra spice." Julio eagerly helps, swapping and sprinkling as Sara directs. Little did Sara know, her best friend Lucy had been watching from behind a pillar, shaking her head at Sara's antics. As soon as Sara was done, Lucy stepped out from her hiding spot. "Sara, what are you doing? You know this is going to cause trouble. The queen will be furious if she finds out." "Oh, Lucy, it's just a harmless joke. Besides, it'll be funny to see the guests' faces when they bite into their desserts." "You always say that, but I have a bad feeling about this." The royal feast began, and the guests, dressed in their finest, were seated around the table. The queen, in all her elegance, sat at the head with the king beside her, smiling warmly at the gathered company. John, the ever-vigilant caretaker, stood by, ready to serve and keep an eye on the mischievous princess. Queen: "Sara, I trust you've remembered our little talk about behaving today?" "Yes, mother, of course." As the first course was served, everything seemed to be going smoothly. But then dessert was brought out, and Sara couldn't help but giggle as the guests eagerly took their first bites. The guests start reacting with confusion and surprise as they taste the unusual flavors. "Is this mashed potato frosting?" "Guess 2. Why is this tart so spicy?" The queen's face turns from confusion to realization as she looks straight at Sara, who is struggling to contain her laughter. "Sara, what did you do?" Sara, seeing her mother's serious expression, realizes she might have gone too far. "It was just a little joke, mother. I didn't mean any harm." The queen's eyes softened, but she remained firm. "Sara, there's a time and place for jokes, and this was neither. You need to apologize to our guests." "Though I must admit, it was quite clever, but your mother is right, Sara." Sara knew she had to make things right. She stood up and, with a sincere look on her face, addressed the guests. "I'm very sorry, everyone. I just wanted to have a little fun, but I didn't think about how it would affect you. Please forgive me." The guests, seeing the sincerity in Sara's apology, smile and forgive her. "Well, it certainly made this feast one to remember. Guess 2. Just make sure the next prank comes with a warning, princess." The queen nodded approvingly at Sara's apology, and the feast continued with laughter and stories. As the evening wore on, Sara learned that while it's good to have fun, it's even better to consider others' feelings. "I'm proud of you for apologizing, Sara, but next time, maybe we can stick to less edible jokes?" "I think that's a good idea, Mother." And so, the feast ended on a happy note, with everyone enjoying the rest of the evening. Sara may have caused a bit of chaos, but with her loyal friends and family by her side, she always found a way to make things right.